Black people are not afraid of white people. We're afraid of crazy white people. Now, let me try to explain. Things felt so dicey during the Trump years, I have joked that my husband and I might have to reenact that scene from The Sound of Music and flee the country. That alarming report from the Southern Poverty Law Center that we talked about last week shows that my Operation Von Trapp might need to go live. The ranks of, quote, crazy white people appear to be growing. Crazy, of course, is not a clinical diagnosis. I'm defining crazy as anyone who believes any aspect of the racist Great Replacement conspiracy. This is the noxious idea that liberals are deliberately replacing white people with non-whites and immigrants. It's what allegedly drove an 18-year-old man to target black people in Buffalo, killing 10 and wounding 3. According to the SPLC poll, nearly 7 in 10 Republicans surveyed agreed to at least some extent that demographic changes in the United States are deliberately driven by liberal and progressive politicians attempting to gain political power by replacing more conservative white voters. What's terrifying is that this twisted belief is more widely held than we want to admit. The SPLC reports that more than a third of all respondents felt that demographic change in the United States is, quote, a threat to white Americans and their culture and values. Nearly half agreed that demographic changes were part of, quote, a purposeful plan to replace white voters. Crazy, right? This explains some of the eye-opening results in a Washington Post Ipsos poll of black adults released last month after the Buffalo shooting. And I'll show you just one. 75% of African Americans worry they or a loved one will be physically attacked because they are black. This present-day black fear of white violence was perfectly expressed by Rob Redding, a black man interviewed for a Post report on how 1 in 3 Americans believe violence against the government can be justified. Redding told my paper that the January 6th insurrectionists stormed the Capitol seeking to, quote, subvert American democracy because now it's become equal for all people. Redding spoke approvingly of arming himself and added, quote, I'm a black man in America. I believe in protecting myself. Notice, he's not protecting himself against the government. He's protecting himself against crazy white people. Now, I won't be getting a gun for protection ever, but would I actually leave the country for my own protection? It's a question that many people of color have been pondering. The warnings of a potential loss of freedom, liberty, and life are omnipresent and unrelenting, like being in the middle of Times Square with every sign flashing, you in danger. And it's all because the number of crazy white people in America fearing replacement appears to be growing. And they seem ready to do whatever it takes to stay at the pinnacle of American life. I'm not sure they'll succeed in getting me to leave my country, but Operation Von Trapp is ready, because crazy white people are not to be trifled with.